Hello friends, I'm back and in this video we are going to discuss the impacts which are being created in the society due to various microfinancing institutions initiatives. Now you see here in this segment we are trying to see what type of change is expected and is actually being brought in into one's life due to uh, microfinancing institutions role and their contributions. Now you see what you will find in this picture is like there are some sessions being conducted. Mainly there are some training or there are some awareness camps. In picture one, you see all ladies are sitting on the ground floor. They look like rural women. And on the other side again, this is again a camp which is being conducted in an area which is not an organized one, but maybe a farmland where you can see farm residual uh, being put up at one place, and then you have a canopy. Like languages, like both the pictures are from India only. And what I can conclude from here is these two sessions are here for capacity building. They're here to empower this neglected segment with certain vital information which they need for their, like, for their own development, for their own safety, for their own like improvement in their living standards. And you see, uh, entrepreneurship is something which is very much promoted nowadays in India. And this is one segment. When I'm speaking on microfinance, you'll find that 95% or more clientele in terms of microfinancing initiatives through self-help groups, they all are women. They belong to this vulnerable group. They are actually dependent on their husbands and families for their livelihood. Now you see, when we are trying to empower this particular segment and we are giving them a source of income generation, and we are giving them opportunity where they can come out and explore their skills. You see, this particular segment has a huge potential which can be used for, like, you see, not for development of rural areas but also for your country's overall economic development at a very fast rate. So this vulnerable group includes women, farmers, and rural dwellers. Now you see, they there can be anyone who falls into this category of bottom of pyramid, where income is less, where vulnerability is more, where risk factors are infinite. And you see, you have to deal with all these vulnerabilities, and then you have to come up and come up and then initiate something which actually turn around your lifestyle, brings in some solutions to your existing problem. And it is only possible through some institutions who are willing to go in. And I credit everything to this microfinancing concept and the institutions who are involved in it. Why? Because they are able to do what conventional banks are not able to. You see, banks do not give credit to people who belong to a rural area, especially into vulnerable communities, without collateral. So, collateral, if you have a collateral, loaning is easy. But if you don't have a collateral, bankers are bound by certain policies and vulnerability. Hence, this vulnerable segment is like not able to access your conventional finance. Hence, we have come up with the initiative. This initiative is microfinancing, in which we'll try to build a social support system for these communities, and we'll try to train them on, like, some of the areas of training is financial literacy. You're trying to help them in some sort of skill upliftment, some sort of like, let's say, buddy making, papad making, agarbatti making. These are options which are available to everyone. You just need a slight skill enhancement, and it can be done over a very short period of time with very less investment. And once the masses are trained on some similar sort of things, like, it will be great. It will be great in the sense ki, like, the production which they are going to do, if that production gets a market or an access to a buyer, you see, it will change their total life. And it is very important, I tell you. In last term, in one of our community development project, we went into a village called as Talhan, which is in, like, in Jalandhar district. We went into this village. The village is very renowned. It's famous for a gurudwara. But Apart from this Gurudwara, we never used to go into this village otherwise, but for this initiative, when we went in into this village, we found multiple groups of women who were working in collaboration with some like companies. They are making footballs, and then you see they are making it through the help of some NGOs who have given them training, who have arranged some finances through some, like you see, formal and informal sources, and then the product, finished product which they are able to manufacture, that is actually being packaged very nicely through some collaborations, and it is being like it is being sent to various markets across. So you see, this football making is a thing which has changed the life of these women's in this village called Dalhan. Now you see, they are all very disciplined, they are very focused. When we went in for our session and we interacted with them, you see, they all were working very hard, so they still gave us some time. So we were delivering our session on financial literacy and something on awareness, because we are not aware about the background and the requirement of this target group. And the moment we reach in there, we found them already busy in production process. So that means like they are already somewhat capable enough. The only thing is like we need to connect them to market, and then they were able to deliver very good results. If it is possible in one village, it can be done everywhere. And the only thing is like the production or the produce that you would like to have, it is like it can vary from area to area according to their local niche or their specialization. Okay, and you see, government is undergoing lots of similar sort of projects. The only thing is like aligning it to the needs of the villagers. Identification is important, connecting to the agencies is important. Once you do it, then you see, it is going to give you long term results, long term success of your clients success stories will be coming up over time. You see, some of these participants who are attending these workshops, you see, I don't say everyone will be a success here, but out of 100, you see, if you get even 50% of success rate, is a good achievement, because this total mass is actually very very vulnerable. So if one is getting success, it is giving a hope to many others in the same area. So you see, it is actually building up our ecosystem at grassroots level. uh, Again, I'm showcasing you some of the pictures where women entrepreneurship has been shown, and most of these women, they belong to a community which is like usually the neglected one. You can see right side top picture is ladies wearing sari sitting up together. One lady is actually a coordinator who is trying to mobilize all of them together, suggesting them some of the ways and means through which they can enhance their income. You see, one side you don't have any income, second side you are bringing in some income for your family, and supplementing your husband's income is great. Not only supplementing income, but also you get independence. You get some sort of self reliance, and you support your family in a better way. Now second is a picture where you see, from their dress it looks like Rajasthani gang, and they all are using mobile phone. You see, mobile phone is nowadays a necessity, but how to use this mobile phone to connect to market, how you can use your skill set and you can connect to some consumer base, is what is showcased here. So you see, technology is disrupting your market, and you can use the same technology to expand very fast across the country, across the globe. Okay, and then next is the picture where they are making papad, packaging it up together, branding it, and you see they are putting up all hygiene measures in place. Now it actually value, it increases the value of your product. When you have full proof system, you bring in quality, you deliver it from your home. This is homemade products for people who cannot, who don't have time to make it. So you see, what they're able to do is like they're able to utilize their free time, they're able to utilize one of their skill, and then they are able to generate some income out of it. On the other side, again, some pictures are there where women are showcasing their certifications, maybe some recognition which they have got for their work. Okay, so it is all about, you see, developing entrepreneurship from certain areas where it is least expected. Now you see, again, one very important segment where it is being debated everywhere is sustainable development goals, SDG goals. You go to UGC, you go to WHO, you see everywhere. These sustainable development goals are in discussion now. In line to our subject of microfinancing, you see, it is very important, because this domain is helping us to remove poverty, or poverty reduction is the aim of this particular dimension of microfinancing. It is through certain viable and sustainable channels in which clients are given their various products and services as per their need. If they want a loan, you offer them loan at competitive rates. If they want a saving facility, you have to give them some saving facility. Now you see here, this segment is the like a segment who is the most affected when it comes to financial exclusion. So you see here, initially there was no motivation to bring them to the main channel, but after this Jandan scheme, again government has taken lots of initiative to connect to every family in every area. That they don't want anyone to be out of this financial ecosystem. So when you are connected to this ecosystem, maybe through banks, through non-banking financial companies, maybe through microfinancing institutions, you see now you are connected to a like formal system in place, and it helps you to like it helps you to achieve your goal in a very sustainable manner. So here some of the development goals which are directly related to microfinancing. They have: one, elimination of poverty; fifth point, where it is something on gender equality, male female should be treated at par. Here main emphasis on female, but you see we will be trying to balance the gender equity. Then next is like you have so many inequalities when it comes to various financial services and all to their clients. You see, we need to reduce this gap, we need to bridge this gap, and we need to try to put in some resources for the neglected segments. Now you see, this is how we will be able to bring this gap somewhat closer. Next is like, if we have this thing in place, like microfinancing, where we are trying to look for the neglected or what the vulnerable community, what will happen is like we'll have a future safe. So future safe means we will have cities which are sustainable in nature, and we do have communities who are they have a chance of coexistence. Okay, so we need to take care for the various stakeholders at place. And you see, sometimes it is very tough, but somewhere down the line, if you don't have targets initially, it is tough to achieve. So over the passage of time, gradually you'll find everyone will have these rationals in place, and you see that the ecosystem is going to be very balanced. Thank you all. Good day for watching this video.